Hi YouTube, this is Jay from gruadually. Today I'm actually talking about fitting a grip for your Sabre Apex Prime. I've encountered a little bit of issue when I was trying to fit some of the grips. So this is the grip that we picked for most of customers. That's the default option. If you pick with the grip, that's what you get. And I had this SPR grip as well as more sort of right-handed grip. So the problem I had is this little two pieces of AEB grips is those screws, if you look from the top, tend to sticking out a little bit from the body. It's not a big issue when you have a really fat big grip like this, which is SPR. So it can sort of fit directly, quite smooth without any problem. But if you watch this carefully, you do see them scratching the inside a little bit. The reason why I don't like this, even though I feel quite comfortably, especially on the storm, is when you fit this grip, you got a bit of a gap in between this protector and the edge of the grip, so you always found a bit of meat caught in between there with this SPR. So that's why I don't use this. Now when I'm fitting this, the same problems happens again, but they only became more apparent. So again, you can see the screws, so when you try to fit them, this thing has a quite tiny narrow finish. So you can still fit them, but if you look at them how being fixed, you have to force in a little bit more, and it's going to be it needs a lot of effort. Now I've checked with Conrad, and he said he also had the same issues, but you will attach them no problem this way, but you just have to push a bit harder. So I found instead of doing that, what I will do is I will change those screws for something else. So let me show you. Because those two screws sticking out, I decided to swap them with two of the M4x16 grub screws. This way, you'll still keep these two parts intact, but then you have no gap anymore. Let me show you what I mean. So I've just removed those screws, and I'm gonna use my solution, which is basically the grub screw. So that's the grub screw. Here we go. So I got two of them, and now I'm just gonna use these two. These are 2mm hex key in there. I'm gonna use these two. This way, when you screw them within the right amount, you still fix them that way, and without any issues, you'll be able to fit whatever the grip you wanted, especially with the one I fitted there. I'll also show you what I use to install the grip that we are using. I'm using one of the M6 bolt, come with the Sabre packaging with those two pads. I've also put a green o-ring, like a push o-ring inside. This way it gives just extra tiny bit of space that I needed for installation, and with those two grub screws it works really nicely. So grip goes in first, and you need a long screwdriver, and that just goes into the grip. So I'll show you. You'll see a middle hole in there, so you can sort of push that in first. go through the hole in the middle, upside down, and then install the whole thing that way. And then screw these parts in there. This way you have a bit of buffering in between those two pads, and that will ensure you're quite nice lock. Because we're still talking about a fairly meaty blaster here. And what's good about this grip is it gives it a slightly better hold so that this part should hurt less on your fingers, and it feels actually quite nice just to relax this part on your hand. So yeah, that's what I did.